What's up, guys, and welcome back to House Flipper 2. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we helped the gang investigate the local museum, where we learned that there are three main families here in Pinnacove that have been feuding for years, and somebody from one of those families decided to use this Barnacle Bob legend to scare all of the locals. Now, we don't quite know who's behind it, but I think this final job here today is going to give us our answer. So we've got a new email from the one and only Velma Dinkley. She says, "Greetings, Mr. Flipper. Some of the clues led us to the Reed's family mansion, which turned out to be enormous. The perfect place to set a trap." Dude, finally we're going to see some traps. Unfortunately, Fred expected the ghost to go through the front door, but jinkies, it emerged out of thin air. Or, as we later found out of a clever secret passage. But since Shaggy and Scooby took their roles as bait seriously, they lured the ghost toward the main hall, and boom, the floor broke under them and trapped the pursuer in the debris. And as we took off their mask, but you probably already guessed who was pretending to be the ghost. And if not, then I'm sure you'll figure it out once you see the crime scene. This house should be a real challenge, even for a seasoned flipper such as you. Let's stay in touch, Velma. You guys know I read at a 3rd grade level. I cannot even tell you how many takes it took me to get through all of that. But we're here. We finally made it. Beautiful, beautiful courtyard up here. Is this what you would consider a courtyard? I feel like those are usually like in the middle of the property, no? Not super important, I guess. Is there a dungeon? Yo, okay, that is super sick. We've got some tire tracks, likely from the mystery machine. Super spooky looking tree over there. And some construction lights for some reason. Doesn't look like the place is under any sort of renovation, but let's make our way inside and we'll see what we can learn here. Okay, we've got a box of Scooby snacks on the ground. That's not a good sign. Scooby and Shaggy don't typically leave those things behind, you know? That just says "get out" up there, big bold letters. Kind of looks like blood, but let's be honest, it's probably paint. Big old wraparound porch over there. Oh my, okay, yep. That is where the person fell, and they were wearing like a suit of armor? Got more green paint down there. I thought this ghost was supposed to be like wearing a fisherman's coat jacket thing. That says "leave" up there. I mean, it's definitely a spooky... Got you. Okay, they were not playing around this time. We've got some paw prints and some footprints over here coming from the kitchen, of course. Here's the big sandwich stack that I wasn't able to show from the diner episode, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, Scooby and Shaggy definitely spent most of their time investigating this property inside of, okay, tree branch just coming right through the window. That's a little spooky. But they probably spent most of their time investigating here inside of the kitchen. Is that supposed to be a trap? Like, oh, that's a bookshelf door. I thought it was like one of those things where, you know, you put like a bucket of water or something on a door, so when it opens, the bucket, you know, dumps on the person who walks through it. That's what I thought was happening here. Maybe that is what happened. Actually, we have an empty paint can bucket right there. So they might have known of this door. Let's head on upstairs. So this is the secret passage. We've got a key. Red key. Oh. Which unlocks the red doorknob. Okay, that makes sense. We can open this. What is this? Oh, okay. Like a little wardrobe or something. What's that noise? You guys hear that? It's sounding real spooky, but also could just be a TV that was left on. There was like a bass drop or something going on, though. Gosh, they were not kidding. This property is absolutely enormous. Classic Scooby and Shaggy just barreling through walls. Oh, we're gonna have to sell that in order to get through there. There we are. Yeah, they just made their own doorway. Just straight on through here. Smashing down all these other doors. Looks like this is the direction that the footprints and paw prints are leading, though. They've sort of barricaded that off. Alright, alright, alright. The heck? Oh, there's just moths or something? I was expecting this to be like giving us direction to walk this way, not slide. I didn't even realize that that was a hidden door. Okay, so we can go up another level. Let's not do that yet. We have a few skateboards in here. And that's where they plummeted, not to their death, but to their discovery. Okay, what was that? Just a TV. Just a TV, everything's fine. I don't think this is a really cool looking room. I don't think there's really anything that needs to be investigated over here. Definitely needs a massive, massive overhaul though. That's for sure. Got some scaffolding, so maybe they were trying to do a little bit of renovation. I don't know. I'm just a guy. I am just a guy. Love the staircase though. It's giving Titanic. For sure. Grand staircase. All right, let's head up this way. See what we've got up here. If anything. Lots of dust. Why is that moving? Why are you moving? Let's not. Let's not do that and say that we did. Thought that might have been another secret bookshelf door thing. Okay, yep, trying to scare people away. Prevent people from walking in. Got like a mannequin in the window there. Another TV with a super, super creepy wheelchair. And a massive vampire painting. I wonder if we sold this, you think there's something behind it? There's not. Oh, but that's how they illuminated the eyes. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. Got some bloody handprints there. Looks too big to be real, though. Alright, alright, alright. I haven't found any clues, necessarily, but maybe we're looking in the wrong place. We probably want to look down where the person fell. And I don't really think there's anything else up here for us to investigate. Okay, so now that we've covered most of this property, let's head down the steps over here. And we need to find a way into this basement. I don't just want to drop down there. I feel like that's kind of lame. There's got to be another staircase that leads down. Sword inside the fireplace. We need to find another key. What about back over here? Didn't this go down another floor? Yeah, here we go. Perfect. Okay. We've officially made it into the dungeon. This is super, super cool. A little spooky. But this is under the driveway. Those are those little grates that we were seeing. Oh, and there's another staircase. And another key! Which probably opens this, I would assume. That just leads back out to the carport garage area. Let's head back over this direction and take a left. Unless maybe the key opens this? Wait, what? What is this? Another key needed. Oh, right here. Secret passage. Very secret passage. That is crazy. All right, that's amazing. Honestly, I really, really like that. Okay, but not super important to our investigation, I don't think. Here's the... Why does that sound like a snake? Oh, it's a sink. It's a sink. Somebody was trying to wash off all the green paint off of them. We've got like security cameras over here too. Okay, okay, okay. Anything in these bad boys? Bucket of something. Interesting, interesting. Purple key. Probably gonna need that for somewhere else. Oh, check this out. There it is. That's pretty incriminating. We've got those fisherman jackets with the green paint already splattered on them. Some crossbows too, which is new. I mean, we've only found, what, the harpoon, and with this property, that axe, but apart from that, it never seemed like the ghost was really trying to, like, harm anyone. Just scare people. Is that one-way glass? It is! What? I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy. Turn off my light so we can actually see through it a little bit better. I had no idea that that even existed. That's so cool. So we've got trap doors, we've got bookshelf doors, you know, and now we have one-way glass. Super sick. Okay, so this is the study that we couldn't get into because the door's locked. We still can't open it either. There's supposed to be another key. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? I have opened every single drawer, every single cabinet, and still... Oh, there it is. Haven't found the key. All right. Now we can open this back up. So we know that this is the Reed's family home, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the person who was pretending to be this ghost figure was Leonor, right? I'm gonna do a quick perimeter check here, but we're still missing something. We might even just have to wait. What is this? We might even just have to wait until we receive another phone call to learn more. Really creepy looking tree over there, but I don't even think that we can get to that. We'll see if there's a way over this wall somewhere. Nope. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna break out the old sell tool and start going to town. A lot of stuff needs to be sold off here. But I think this place it's gonna look pretty crazy. It's gonna look really, really nice when we're all said and done here. I've made my way back into the villain's lair and discovered our first clue, which appears to be just a sheet of paper. Dear Leonor, the weather in Iceland isn't as nice as it is in Pinnacove, but there are even more fish. Yesterday, I visited a fish canning company that reminded me a lot of the one back home. I almost felt like I was there again. That good old fish smell everywhere. Jinkies. I hope that lying about my fake death at sea isn't weighing too heavily on your conscience. I've already found a safe place here where you and your mom could join me. She's probably devastated about how it all turned out and still blaming herself for that hairfish oil idea. The life insurance money, did I call it or did I call it, dude? Insurance fraud, of course. The life insurance money should be enough to pay off all of our debts. That's why I'm writing directly to you. You've always been my strong little girl, and I know you're more than capable of arranging a trip to Iceland for the both of you. You'll like it here, I promise. Your loving dad, Gerard Reeds. So he never died. It was all a ruse. It was a scam, an insurance scam. That makes sense. Okay. Wait. But it still doesn't really tell us who's pretending to be, right? Did I read that right? It still doesn't really tell us who's pretending to be this ghost. I mean, obviously all this stuff was found in her family's basement, so surely it must be her. We'll find out soon enough. Still waiting for that phone call, but I'm gonna keep selling every single thing in sight, and if I end up finding anything else, I'll let you guys know.
Moments later.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. So Leonor's dad faked his own death because they were kind of down bad financially. They wanted the life insurance payout, right? But let's say Leonore is the ghost. Why dress up as Barnacle Bob and try to scare all the locals? That's what I don't quite understand. Maybe just to like help sell the idea that her dad really did pass away and like, oh, this is his ghost or something. I don't know. I still really don't know. Waiting for that phone call. Should be any minute now.
More moments later.
This place ain't no joke, dude. It really is a massive, massive property, but I think I've finally got everything sold that needed to be sold. So I'm gonna start here at the front, grab our handy dandy trash can, and start getting rid of all of this garbage. And then we can start cleaning the whole place out. Well, it's about time, Tom.
Oh, my favorite flipper.
Hey,
you
bud.
must have arrived on the scene by now. Velma told me she already contacted you, but I thought I might see if we're on the same page. Do you understand what you're there to do?
Yeah. To clean up after others as usual, to close the case, to find final proof that you're the ghost. He's not the ghost, I don't think.
Well, sure, that's what you're best at, after all. This house's renovation was long overdue. But before you clean up, you might also see if anything there helps you solve the ghost mystery. Although, I'm pretty sure you've figured it out by now.
You know, it was always suspicious to me that Leonore called us at the fish festival, like, fairgrounds place, right? Because she didn't even hire us to do that, yet she seemed to know exactly what had happened. So I guess that does make sense. Leonore was pretending to be a ghost.
Did you see it coming? Because up
I didn't.
until tonight,
Well,
I
kind
really
of.
believed someone was playing a terrible prank on her. I actually wanted to apologize to her for our small argument. But then I arrived at the residence right in time to see the final reveal. And now the cat's out of the bag. But I imagine you might have some questions still.
Yeah. Like why?
She said she's going to leave the country again. Go back to see her folks. Oh, did you get that part about Jared faking his own death? Unbelievable.
His name's
Well,
Jared? I thought it was
Leonore at least
Gerard.
admitted her defeat. She'll sell the houses to the city to pay for the damage she caused. Let this be a lesson for us all that greed can only lead to ruin. And this is not the end yet. I still need your help. After witnessing the story unfold, I came up with an idea for a fun place. And I found a perfect building for it. Just check your email once you're done with your current work. Talk to you soon,
Nice.
friend.
I'm guessing it's gonna be like a haunted house or something. Honestly, if that's not what it is, that's a big missed opportunity. I feel like that could be really cool, especially with all the like trapdoor features and whatnot now. The hidden bookshelves as well, you know. But I still do have questions that Tom wasn't able to answer. Like the motive behind Leonore becoming this Barnacle Bob character. Why? It still doesn't make sense. The only reasoning that I can think of is that it was supposed to help sort of like seal the deal on like, yeah, my dad did pass away and Barnacle Bob is the ghost of my father. But even that still seems like a stretch. But anyways, let's get back to cleaning. All right, now that we've got everything looking nice and clean again, we're gonna transition to wall coverings and floor coverings, since there's quite a lot that needs to be done in that department, and we're gonna do things like fill all the holes from Scooby and Shaggy. So I'll see you guys here in just a few minutes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
This job ain't no joke, dude. I mean, there's so much woodwork in here. It took a tremendous amount of time to complete. But with all that now out of the way, we can start furnishing this place. So we're gonna kick things off here in the kitchen. I'd like to think that the devs added this subway tile in just for me, even though that's probably far from the truth. You guys know how much I love a good subway tile. I'm still trying to fulfill my lifelong contract with Big Subway Tile to convince everyone to start using the stuff. But we're gonna do a refrigerator, a stove over there. It looks like we have a cooktop. Nice little electric cooktop there. I did also go around and sort of like straightened everything out. You know, this was a little cattywampus before. Some things like the paintings and whatnot on the wall just kind of needed straightened out. So all of that has been taken care of. And in like some of the rooms, like hallways, for example, in here we just had to add like 3 little rugs. So stuff like that has been taken care of. And I'm pretty sure I've done all the lighting in each and every room just so we don't have to be here for 7 years. But looks like the rest of the stuff in here is pretty straightforward, just smaller, typical kitchen decor, kitchen accessories and whatnot. This, I think, can only go on a handle like that. Got a fish poster. We'll just put that on a bare wall. Seems pretty good to me. We've got a clock too. Let's put that maybe right here. Kind of a weird spot for it, but it is what it is. I've been here for a long time, trust me. I'm enjoying it still, but I'm definitely ready for it to be over, for sure. This, I think we can probably put smack dab in the center of the island right there. There isn't a bar countertop on the back side, but I'm gonna go ahead and put those stools there. Got a baking dish. Maybe we can just kind of leave that in the oven for safekeeping. And what else we've got? 2 little containers. We'll just put those right there and right there. And a coffee machine. Should fit nicely right yonder. All right. Easy does it. That's the kitchen now finished up. Should we go? Now let's do main floor first, and then we'll work our way upstairs. And I have to remember that additional like attic space that's way up there. It doesn't seem like we have to do anything on the roof. And then I also have to remember about the big area down in the dungeon. That definitely needs to be tended to as well. Lots of very funky colors happening. You'll start to kind of see that as we go room to room or room by room. Some very crazy looking wallpapers in here for sure. Oh, dude, we've got a Roomba. We are modernizing this space ever so slightly. Adding in a little robot vacuum. I know Roomba's like the brand name, but you get what I mean. We'll just put that in the middle of the table. Only 4 chairs. So I'm going to do them like this, I think, just to conserve space. Last one here on the end. Perfect. Next, we've got some candles. I think that should look pretty good. Make sure we get them illuminated. Get them lit, bruh. And then this is going to go in this corner. This one in the opposite. Make sure to get those lit as well. Got a lot of large items in here too. The lamp's probably going to go on this dresser. So let's figure out where we could put the dresser first. Maybe right here. It's going to be tight. It is going to be tight. Put that up there. Make sure we've got that clicked on. The vase, I'm just going to put in the center of the table as well. We've got this deal. Could probably go over there. I guess the lamp could have gone on that too, but it's whatever. And then we need a lot of space for this guy. Yikes. I don't want to cover up one of the windows. Maybe we're going to have to move this painting. Let's put that over here instead, and then maybe we can move this. Oh, the lamp follows along with it? That's nice. We can put this over here, maybe move the lamp to the other corner. Seems good. And now this big old boy. It's gonna go right there, right yonder. And last but certainly not least, we're gonna have to move the robo vacuum to a different location. Yeah, let's do it over by this window, just so people don't trip on it. And this is gonna go right there. Solid looking dining room. Again, very funky colors going on, but I'm here for it. It is the Scooby-Doo DLC. It'd be weird if they didn't have a bunch of groovy colors going on. So we've got some board games, a chess set, big rug in here. Again, seems pretty straightforward, just your typical living room furniture. I think for a lot of these rooms too, we're gonna have to do the old YouTube snap transition. Otherwise lighting got super weird over here as soon as I placed that in. Otherwise we are gonna be here for way too long. We're almost done. Almost finished. I need to try to find a spot for these statues. Maybe one over there. Let's do the other. Gosh, I don't even know, dude. Let's just do the other one right here. I can't find a good spot for this lamp either. I think had I not put this little dresser thing underneath the stairs, it probably would have worked fine there. But maybe we could just leave it on the table. That's not weird, right? Totally normal. But that is now the living room finished up. What about this front entryway? We've got a wardrobe, umbrella, stand thing, another clock. Got a pretty cool looking clock up there already. We could put the clock here. And then wardrobe. Maybe we're gonna have to do that over here. I don't want to cover up the light switch or anything either. Do that like that. Maybe put that in that corner. Got a key holder. Just put that over there, I guess. I don't really know. And nice big circle rug. Smack dab in the center of things. Looks pretty solid. Next room over. They have, dude, this is the problem with mansions. They got too many dang rooms. The lighting is really doing some weird stuff right now. But they got too many dang rooms. They have a sitting room here, a sitting room here, another sitting room here. This might be a study, but technically a sitting room. All we have to do in here is put up a TV, a little gaming console action, more modern things going on. We could do that there. Let's maybe put it away from the fireplace, though. Here's the last thing. Little coffee table action over there. More lighting freaking out. Oh, wait. I totally forgot. There's supposed to be new TV channels that we can choose from. Flickr? I hardly know her. Sorry. We have Frankenstein's Monster, Ghost Clown, Mud Monster, Mummy, Redbeard, Scooby-Doo Intro. We've seen that in our own home. Vampire, Werewolf, Broken Screen as well. Let's go with the Mud Monster. We'll set the volume to around half, just so it's not super distracting for me. See what we've got. Classic. Classic. All right. Anyways, moving right along here. This is going to be a study for sure. We've got two desks. No, a desk and a table. So we'll do the desk right over here. And then, whoops, I always accidentally activate precise placement. I don't really like to use that unless I absolutely need to. We've got the office chair there. We can do a desk lamp on the corner of the desk. Make sure we get that turned on. The table. There aren't any other chairs, so it literally is just a table. Maybe we could put that behind. Oh, there's these. That still works. I'm okay with that. Laptop, we'll just put there. And then this will be the PC, the battle station, if you will. Simple stuff, keyboard, mouse. This other desk lamp is going to go right yonder. And last but not least, we have a rug, which I'm going to turn this way and place right there. We're going to bring it away from the cupboards just a little bit. There we go. All right. Looking solid. I think that's the whole main floor done. Oh, and I decorated out here already too. That had to do a lot of siding, a lot of re-siding out here. This lighting is kind of peeving me off, dude. I wonder if it has anything to do with my flashlight? No? It is what it is. Let's make our way down into the dungeon so we can tackle this room, which is just going to be like a gaming parlor, I suppose. We've got a billiards or pool table, couches, armchair, area rug. I guess that could go over in this other, just another seating area. Must be nice. Must be nice. I don't quite know where to put the stools. Oh, 3 stools, 3 arcade machines. So it's got to be related, right? We'll put that guy there. Oh, I was thinking that light was going to be too low to place it. Do that one there. And then last but not least, we've got this guy. Put him there. 1 stool, 2 stools, and 3 stools. Done. Done deal. Make our way back through the dungeon, up these steps, and we will find ourselves on the 2nd floor again. So this closet room, that's already been done. There wasn't really much going on in here anyways. Mirror, additional wardrobe. We have matching purple wallpaper though. Looking real nice. Let's do this bathroom next. I love this toilet. That is so dang cool looking. I'm not a huge fan of the square or rectangular bowl, but not our house, not our problem. And this also doesn't really mesh very well with that since the cutout is round and the base is square, but that's fine. We'll put that there. Doesn't look like we need to put a towel on it. And there we go. Nice big old clawfoot tub too. Looking good. I don't really love how there's wallpaper inside of the shower like that. That would get really gross over time, I feel like, but it's all good, man. It's all good. We've got some curtains. Obviously gonna go right over top of these windows. The green is... that's something. Oh, dude, we've got a music room of sorts. Some Hex Girls posters. I'm into it. Oh, and I forgot to do the chandelier in here too. Dang it. Of course. As is tradition, I am only just now noticing the illustration here. Doesn't look like it really gave us any hints though. Well, kind of. But it's fine. We found everything organically. Sometimes that's a little bit better. I don't know where to put all the stuff on the walls. Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be like Daphne's room or something? Let's put the Hex Girls poster right in between those 2 speakers. We've got another one. Maybe we can put that up there. This one could go here. And then we still need space for the sarcastic reverb poster. It's a little bit smaller. Maybe we could just put that over in that corner. Seems good to me. All right. Moving right along then. I'm pretty sure that's everything done in this wing of the mansion. Let's head over here next. Figure out this bathroom real quick. We're doing shower in the corner, of course, since we've already done like the tile backsplash in there. Toilet, sink, you know the deal. Here's the last thing. Just a little towel holder going up on the wall there. Like I said, nothing too crazy, nice and simple. You know, I did say that we were going to do some snap transitions, and I haven't even done one yet, so here goes. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear now that these rooms are supposed to be rooms for each member of the gang. I mean, so far we've only done Daphne and Velma's room, but I mean, we've got a magnifying glass over here, a typewriter, bookshelves, right? The neon sign also kind of dead giveaway, but a little like forensic kit. There's a folder here that says evidence on it. Seems pretty obvious. Oh, and also Pink Floyd. Kind of, but Not really. So that is Velma's room now finished up. I wonder whose room this could be. It seems kind of weird to have Velma and Fred's rooms right next to one another. I feel like this one probably should have been Daphne's, but hey, maybe Fred and Daphne need some space, you know? I can respect that. Dang it, dude, I'm pretty sure I forgot to do the initial snap. It doesn't really do me any good to do it now, but Fred's room is officially complete as well. Kind of an unorthodox space, honestly. Also, I was unaware that Fred was a painter. I don't know, maybe I just missed that throughout the show, but I have always felt like he was maybe a bit of a glue sniffer. So I put his glue here on his nightstand. That way he can get a quick hit before bed or right as he wakes up. I don't know how he operates. My guy does have a mini fridge in his room though, which is pretty sick. Moving right along here. I think we only have, God, the lighting is still tweaking on a stack, bugging on a stack. I think we just have the one more room though, which would be this room. I'm guessing it's gonna be Shaggy and Scooby's room. Perfect. Okay, I'm not gonna forget to snap this time. I don't know where to stand though. Maybe here. Let's try this out. Yeah, this is the perfect room for Shaggy and Scooby, honestly. No beds, they're just sleeping on couches, I guess. Probably not the perfect place to stand though, since behind us kind of became almost an entire kitchen. We'll call it a kitchenette, but we've got Scooby snacks, we've got potato chips, 2 big old stacked sandwiches, looking mighty delicious. Honestly, I'm starting to get hungry myself. They've got a little bar over here as well with some wine glasses. Didn't know they were wine connoisseurs, but I guess that probably checks out. And then of course, the whole rest of their room is basically one big movie theater. Very cool. But on that note, ladies and gents, I believe we are all finished with this job. $174,000 for completing this sucker. Let's take a look at these before and afters. I've still got the neon sign buzzing in my right ear, but that's okay. I don't know if I mentioned this either, but we didn't really have to do that much outdoors. I thought for sure we'd have to do something around that crypt thing, that like secret door over there, but didn't even have to delete the ladder that was underneath of it. I thought that was kind of weird, but look at that room, dude. That's where I'd be spending most of my time at as well. And now we're getting some much needed closure on this whole Ghost of Barnacle Bob nonsense. So we shot Velma a message and said, I got it. First, Gerard Reeds pretended to be a ghost to fake his death. And now Leonore Reeds came back and used the same trick. She said, spot on. She admitted she hoped it would let her buy cheap seaside property. So that was her motive. That's what I was trying to figure out. Why would she come back in the first place, especially if initially, you know, the ghost was just her dad. But she said, guess what else? She said, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Velma says she also admitted to trying to put the blame on your friend Tom. Luckily, we caught her red-handed. Thanks, Velma. And now that we're back at home, you guys already know that is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.